Yeah, I welcome Saraswati Garu. Because since long time I've been following her in Facebook, and just I'm more interested in this microgreens. I want to know about microgreens. So I'm excited to listen her. Anyway, I welcome once again, welcome Saraswati Garu. Uh, Please start your session. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Hearing.
indeed. I'm doing. Yes.
Yeah, now,
Good
now go
evening,
ahead.
all. This is Saraswathi Pasupuleti from Hyderabad, and I'm the founder of Ira Microgreens. And I have a couple of enterprises, and this is one among them. The thing is, the journey of microgreens is very interesting. That's what I wanted to say. And it is not just about, any company or enterprise that, I wanted to start. Me being a food enthusiast in a way, like, where I explore what are the various ways to cook food which is palatable. At the same time, it should be healthy, where we can consume guilt free. So this is what I have been practicing for the past decade, exclusively for my children. So from where actually the journey started. And at the same time, I have a school, and we deal especially with children whose age group is between 2 years and 11 years, means pre-primary and primary levels. So here we believe that it is not just academics, but also children need to have proper nutrition. So we usually check and orient parents also to bring food, that should be healthy, where, children should be healthy in order to be continuously, there should not be any absenteeism to school, so that they should, learn properly, whatever the inputs we are giving. So when it comes to COVID, like since 2000, my journey was like, very hectic, where I did not had any chance to explore more than what I was doing. So this COVID time has given me a lot of free time, where first time I have started my journey, like where I have put up almost 300 pots as part of my terrace garden. And I have cultivated all the vegetables that are required for a family. And I used to be very proud that, I used to supply even to my staff also for free. They can just carry the food and eat. So, and one fine day I felt like, why can't I grow from seeds, the leafy veg, and try. So I had zero knowledge about microgreens before. So what I've done, like, the easy seeds that are available from our kitchen, like fenugreek, chickpea, these things I have started initially, and even chia also. These were the initial varieties that I've just grown. And to my, because I was browsing a lot to see, how it can be consumed and all. And to my surprise, I have seen, like, few more people also started, like they were also into the process. That was very new to this concept, where people were growing in, by taking tissue paper at home, not any other medium. Tissue papers and all other things they used to use. Later in this process, I have increased the varieties, and I started browsing, and to my surprise, the concept of microgreens is there since, 80s. It's not now. Means for the past 40 years, the concept of, this particular concept is existing, but we have no idea. So many people, they get confused with microgreens, means they get confused with sprouts. And at the same time, microgreens, there are several ways how we grow microgreens. Based on that, the output, how we get the output also, it differs. So I just wanted to give, shall I share the screen, sir?
You can share the screen.
So I just wanted to give little information, because the time is a constraint here, where I need to just give little information about microgreens. So first we should know the definition of microgreens. Microgreens are not, even to the level of sapling where we grow at least, 4 inches height. No, we should not grow to that extent. At the same time, they are not sprouts. Microgreens are the tiny plants, sometimes based on the, the taste of the plant. Sometimes we harvest the plant only after we see the cotyledons. Cotyledons are nothing but the first, they are not leaves, but when the seed splits into two, we see, they are not leaves, even before stage. That is called cotyledon stage. At that stage only, we harvest. So you can see now, I brought fenugreek microgreens. You can see here. You don't find any leaf. These are cotyledons. You don't find any leaf. So this is the only leafy veg we get in the name of chota methi from Bazaar. We have been using this since many, in our part of our cuisine. Otherwise, we don't use to this, this little plant as part of our food. So this is called microgreens, and sometimes we see the true leaf of the plant. So I brought pea shoot, peas. So here, if you see the tendril has to appear. There is no mandatory that we have to harvest the plant only when we see the tendril. No. The thing is, here I just wanted to tell, people have not progressed to the level where they are consuming this particular plant as part of our nutritional supply. No. As of now, people are concentrating more as part of only garnishing purpose. So if you see, if you go to the creamy layer of restaurants, for sure, you see only one or two strings, they keep on the food. And they don't use greens, because green is something usual color that we keep eating. So customer may not see the exotic look. So if I supply, they ask, madam, please grow until the tendril appears so that this looks something exotic. So my job is to grow the pea shoot until the first visibility of the tendril. Then I have to harvest. So if I grow more, what happens? This we cannot eat as raw plant, because the shoot becomes woody and we can't chew it. And if we chew also, we feel like we are eating something plant. It's not something palatable, right? It won't taste pleasant. So we have to, and microgreens, there is no rule that microgreens should be only these are the varieties we have to grow as microgreens. No, there is no such rule. And the flowering plants, vegetables, leafy veg, any plant you take, if the plant has got some medicinal or nutritional value, and if the plant is palatable, means you can eat where you taste the pleasant feeling, such any seed you can grow as microgreens. So it is up to the person which plant he wanted to eat in microgreen form. So during this exploration, I have explored as of now almost 23 to 24 varieties of microgreens, and I have tested all. I've tested, I tasted, and I used in the food. And sometimes I just do the tossing, where if some woody flavor, if I get woody taste, I just do little tossing so that I can eat, but I don't boil. And here, key characteristics of microgreens. First of all, nutrient density. You should understand that the microgreens are not for garnishing purpose. This is like you are taking the multivitamin tablet, you are taking the vitamins and mineral tablet as part of your nutritional substitute, where whenever you feel the deficiency there, if you are using these microgreens, these are the natural way of taking the direct nutritional 100% assurance of dumping the nutrients into the body. Why? If you take peas, you will not consume more peas because your stomach will not accept. Many people, they think, they suffer due to the gastric issue where the gas will be forming in the stomach. But with pea shoots, any plant, the basic rule is, than the adult plant, the microgreens are rich in 40% extra nutrients. 40% extra nutrients. That is the first advantage. The second advantage, you need not to wait. Quick growth. The other one is quick growth. You need not to wait for 3 months or 6 months where you get the harvest. Even though in your garden, if you are growing, you need not to wait for 3 to 6 months where you get the vegetable and then eat. That is the second advantage. The third one is versatility. Each microgreen has got its own nutritional profile and its own taste. Various flavors you get and you enjoy. Once you get used to the taste of microgreens, you enjoy consuming them. And the fourth one is colorful palette. So when you are decorating your plate with food, you enjoy the versatility in arranging the food with different colors. So here I brought the beetroot. You can see the colors, how beautiful it is. So when you are decorating the food, it looks so attractive. So you can enjoy. So there are several benefits of consuming microgreens, where you enjoy the food in terms of nutrition. At the same time, you enjoy by seeing the colorful plate. So I have already explained about the health benefits of microgreens. You name it, any benefit, you name any benefit, you get that from microgreens. So they are rich of calcium, they are rich of potassium, they are rich of iron, vitamins, anything you take, you get that from microgreens. I've just given just 3. No, you can make n number of benefits from microgreens. Each family, and because I told you that microgreens can be grown from flowering plants, leafy veg, and vegetables. So obviously these plants are categorized into 10 different families. And when you see the family names, you can easily categorize certain plants that you know in each family. Let me explain. You can see here, Brassiaceae. Here, cruciferae. These cruciferous plants are, known for their antioxidant nature. So anti-cancer, they have the rich antioxidants, and this helps us, protecting our body from cancer. So here, microgreens, broccoli, kale, cauliflower, arugula, radish. Arugula also is called as rocket. So here, broccoli and cauliflower, radish. These 3 we eat as vegetables. And kale and arugula is part of salads. And arugula usually nowadays people are giving as part of salads in exotic food. So, and then the next one is, the next category, Asteraceae family. Here you can see lettuce, chicory, sunflower. Here we are using lettuce as part of our salads, and sunflower, we take oil and seeds, but never we use the leaf of sunflower. But sunflower microgreens are very, very attractive, huge, the silverish stem it gives, long shoot and nutty in flavor, and people love to eat. They're very crunchy. Amaranthaceae and Apiaceae. Here, Amaranthaceae, amaranthus, that is called Totakura, beets, Swiss chard. These are all, coming under Amaranthaceae family. I don't want to name the families and all. Let us only read the plants. So Amaranthus, we know, we eat as the grown adult plant. And beets, beetroot we eat. Very less in, I think, in north part of India, people eat the leaves also. And then dill, celery, carrot. These are all belonging to one particular family.
That's correct.
So here, again, celery is, we don't use much in our food. Carrots we use as part of our vegetables. The next one, wheatgrass, barley, even peas comes under Poaceae. Here, wheatgrass we take in the form of juice or powder, and barley we take seeds. And then onion, garlic, leek. This also, leek we don't use in our cuisine. Onion and garlic, vegetable part we take. The roots. And cucumbers, melon, cucumber, squash. As part of salads, we take vegetables. And basil and mint. This, a little, we use mint in our food, and basil only in Thai cuisines and all people use, or otherwise only when we need as part of our, as medicine, little we take, not more. And coconut, palm. See here, even microgreens, people can grow coconut and palm. Here, the shoot part, the tender shoot part, we should eat, not the leaves. And then pea, lentil, and clover. Here you can even add alfalfa also. Clover, we we use flowers as part of our herbal teas. Otherwise, we don't know the clover plant. And lentils we use in our food, and peas also. So these are the known families that we use. From these 10 different families, we use microgreens. Here, only one shift that we have to make is microgreens are not part of our garnishing. Microgreens should be part of our, our food. A good amount of microgreens should be consumed as part of our food. So, IRA microgreens, my establishment, when I got to know about the nutritional value of these microgreens, even I have visited the school and I have trained children also on how to grow microgreens. Because, it's not that, broccoli or, beets and other, exotic seeds, they are very costly. And 50 grams of these particular microgreens, they cost a lot. Everybody, they may not be able to afford. But there are certain varieties, seeds like mustard, fenugreek, and, saunf, and then, what do you call, chia, and basil. Basil means here we can talk about sabja. Sabja seeds we know, basil. These seeds are available in our kitchen. We can even grow microgreens from those seeds. But there is a little technique that we have to learn. Not growing directly under sun all the time. No, there are certain techniques where you can grow fast, where the stem will not be woody. That is the technique one should learn, so that at home we can grow microgreens, at least those restricted varieties that will give almost, whatever the required nutritional value that body needs. So I think this is more, I was fast because the time is running. So any questions that anybody wanted to ask, you can ask me, I'll clarify.
Yeah, now the forum is open for question and answers. యా ఒకటి మీరు నాకు అర్థమైంది ఏంటంటే ఈ మైక్రోగ్రీన్స్ వాడితే టాబ్లెట్లు చాలా వరకు మేబీ
Chala
వాడడం
Yes, yes.
I thought. And one more thing, if anybody want to learn a training program from you, is it possible?
It is possible. And the thing is the practice of that particular applicant, that is depending, because even the experts, sometimes they fail because microgreens are very sensitive, and if we have the controlled environment, it is easy to grow. And if we are growing in the open air, where we should be very aware of the change in the temperature, and we need to watch if any fungal infections are there in the plants and all. If these things are taken care, yes, anybody can learn.
ఈ ట్రైనింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎన్ని రోజులు ఉంటుంది? Maybe whether
At
it is
least
online courses or
yes.
offline courses.
Yes, here I have mentioned one particular thing, like they are very fast, the growth is very fast. So any microgreen, the maximum number of days to harvest the microgreen, like if you take beets and all, it is 21 days. Otherwise, microgreen should be harvested within 9 days or 11 days or 14 or 15 days. So one cycle, if the person concentrates on one particular cycle, means maximum of 15 days, where one day, first day, they get the total orientation on how to prepare the bed and how to sow and all. And then every day, little tips they should know. And based on the type of seed that they are using, the cycle can be closed by 5th day, 7th day, 9th day, or 15th day, or whatever. So that is enough. Done. So next time they should repeat that. And there are several hundreds of videos are available. Even if people follow religiously any YouTube, they can learn how to grow microgreens. Any other question? To be frank, I keep dumping my knowledge on Facebook and my page. Again, what are microgreens? What are they? This is the common question people ask, because this is very new concept. And they, because they think like, something, she's posting some colored plants and all. This is not our subject. This is what people think. So no, everybody should know. And we are very, rigorous in bringing this concept into the market. And to our surprise, each and every restaurant or mall or individual, whoever we met, they are very, very, eager to learn about microgreens, and they have shown a lot of interest. And this is where our success in going ahead with this process. Any question?
Question
Just go to YouTube. Just go to the YouTube and search how to grow microgreens. First, select the seeds from your kitchen and start growing.
Sir,
Any question?
training?
Yeah, Maresh Gar, you want to ask any question?
Yes, sir. Training, how many days, sir, in Karnataka, people chicken here only conducting, or madam place in conducting? That's a task.
He's Maresh from Karnataka, madam. ఆయన కర్ణాటకలోకి వచ్చి ఏమైనా ట్రైనింగ్ ఇస్తారా, ఆన్లైన్ లో ట్రైనింగ్ ఇస్తారా అని అడుగుతా.
You can take the training in online, sir. Actually, that is what I said. When you are taking the training online, you may have to be a little bit cautious, and you need to ask even little changes, whatever you are observing, you need to get clarification on anything, all the questions. The process, it looks very simple. At the same time, within 2 to 3 hours, your crop will go. That fast, the fungus will attack the crop because they are very tender. So if you take care, if you know the knack of how to grow, by remembering all the tips and all, definitely you can learn through online also.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. I will contact you
Yeah. Any more
on
questions?
a session.
5 minutes left. Only 5 more minutes left.
Any other question?
Madam, what
Madam,
lifetime
are you into sales actually?
Pardon?
Are you into sales of microgreens?
Yes. I do sales. It's not for my personal, consumption. That's gone 2 years ago. Now the company is into sales. And from, next week, you can see our products in Lulu Mall, Hyderabad. And a couple of restaurants already, they are using our products.
What
Any
is-
other question?
what storage lifetime at madam?
Pardon?
Storage lifetime.
Yes. Good. You have asked. If, I was waiting. If nobody asked me, I should answer. The thing is, the harvested plant, these cut microgreens, they last immediately after harvesting if you are keeping in the appropriate temperature, not too cold, the near to the freezer you're not supposed to keep. If you are keeping at appropriate temperature, this lasts for 10 days in the fridge. They don't lose the color and nothing. They don't rot. And Ira microgreens is, moving one step ahead. There are certain plants we are supplying as live plant. So the live patches we supply so that they can just harvest in the box only, so that they can just harvest whenever they want and eat. But they need to keep in the fridge, because if they are keeping outside means they cross that microgreen stage. So the growth continues, right? So they are not supposed to keep outside. Even when we are supplying the live plant, they have to keep in the fridge only, in the cooling environment. So minimum of 10 days, that is assured. Any other question?
What type of varieties means you are giving to keep in the fridge?
All, sir. Almost 20 varieties. Like in radish, I grow 3 varieties. The regular green leaves and purple leaves. And there is a color called China rose radish with a very beautiful pink stem. 3 types of radish. And fenugreek, peas, broccoli, mustard, alfalfa, clover, sunflower, and red garnet amaranthus, beetroot, and spinach. There are several varieties. Chia.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any more questions?
20 plus varieties are there. It stays for 10 days. I think the session is done. No more questions, right?
I used to ask so many
The
questions,
thing
but
is,
today,
couple of audience are already, they are used to me and they have learned from me. Again, they
Okay.
wanted to have a knowledge, so they have joined the meeting today.
well, yeah,
So
we
they
are
know
able to
already
see
about
3.
microgreens.
Okay, 3 or 4 new faces in today. Yeah,
Yes.
I think Kushi Natarajan, I think she is your daughter, it seems. Anil and Ashok
Yes,
Razu, the new faces for
she's
us.
expert in growing microgreens.
Yeah, Silvery Kiran. These 4 are, I think, new faces today. Anyway, because the time is already over, I thank you very much, Saraswati garu, meer adagane program.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. And maybe remaining people, they will watch in the YouTube. Okay. Thank you very much for giving
Sure,
me
sir.
this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye. And
Thank you, ma'am.
have a nice Sunday, everyone. Thank you very much once again.
Okay.
Thank you,
Saturday, sir.
everyone.